I mean, I'm telling you, Iran is going this badly for a reason. They could pull the trigger and end this tomorrow. I don't see anybody talking about the kids anymore, the kids in cages, the kids in shipping containers. So I guess the Iran war worked because people are forgetting. I'm not going to. If anybody believes that, I feel bad for you. Hello and welcome to Geisinger Unfiltered. This is an emergency broadcast here tonight because I believe that some things are going to hit the fan hard very, very, very soon. Some of those things we're going to get into a second, but please like and subscribe right down here. Please just don't forget, it only takes 2 seconds to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you're seeing this, you don't know who Darren Geisinger is. I've worked with Steve Quayle, Timothy Alberino, Michael Lake, I don't know, L.A. Marzulli, the Fall Brothers, the late Tom Horn. Those are my peeps. This is why I'm here. I'm trying to warn people. I'm trying to tell you what I absolutely feel like I know is going to happen because I don't want anything on my conscience. So that's why I had no time today. I was working on a friend's giant homestead that has 7 springs of water on it because that's how much I think it's going to hit the fan soon, is I'm helping 2 different people with 2 different homesteads because I want to have a place there. Get out of the city, get out of populated areas. If you can't get a homestead, if you can't get in the country, meet someone who is and start helping them with something. Ask them if you can help them with their fencing or community garden, or like I was helping with digging water trenches. You might say, what does this have to do? Where are we at in this episode? I will tell you why. This is an emergency broadcast. I think we're going to all need our friends very soon because the cannibal cabal, as I'm calling them, not elites, we call them the cannibal cabal, does not have support for this war in Iran. In most ways, I think that it is crumbling and going very, very badly on purpose by the very, very high up puppet masters who have the strings. They are making, oh my goodness, you guys, can I just tell you straight out, we're not going to beat around the bush with a lot of slides of graphics. Let me just tell you, from what I know, my sources, I have some deep sources, so I can't go into all of them, but I will just tell you this. The United States has weapons that Iran would not exist by the end of the day tomorrow if we wanted. And I'm not even talking about nuclear stuff. I don't even believe in nuclear weapons. Yeah, you heard me say it. That's been a manipulation. We have things we could unleash in that country by the end of the day tomorrow. There isn't anybody sane or moving around or anything over there. And without any kind of make-believe radiation. So why am I saying this? Because they want this to go badly, right? They want Agenda 2030 to happen where people are still in all these electric cars with kill switches and they can take away people's freedom in an instant, right? What are they going to do? This is an emergency broadcast, but the question I'm asking is what card are they going to play next? Is it going to be fake nuclear weapon? Is it going to be just a long, prolonged war where they cut off oil from the entire world and do energy lockdowns? Is it going to be another PLAN-demic where they release Ebola or meningitis on the whole or everything at once? I can tell you this. Let's just start with false flags. Okay? I thought this was an interesting graphic here where I found the term fault when I was searching false flag. It originates from the time of pirates, and during wartime, that pirate ships flew flags of different countries or groups as a disguise to pretend they were friendly so the other ship would not prepare for battle or flee. In other words, they flew the flag of their enemy in order to get close to their enemy to attack. Interesting. I think that needs to be digested a bit. But I will just say this, is that they pretend it is an enemy attacking us so that we end up hating who they want us to hate. Let me just say bottom line. If I don't want to make this murky at all. Let me say what I really, really believe. If a bomb goes off in the Mall of America, if something hits our water treatment plants or our power station, or a bomb goes off at Disney World, and whoever they say, if it's a terror attack and that makes you, and you feel the media, the false narrative, the lies, making you want to hate Russia, hate Iran, hate China, North Korea, I'm just telling you it's a total lie. I can assure you with 100% certainty it's a total lie. Sleeper cells in the United States, again, the technology that we have, we could make Iran inert by tomorrow. The technology we have, there's no such thing as not knowing about sleeper cells over here that could bomb Disneyland. They know. They know it. It would be us. It would be us, or the synagogue of Satan would blow up their own citizens, American citizens, to get us behind whatever it is they want to do. Hating Russia, hating China, hating North Korea, whatever they want to do, Iran. Pearl Harbor, if you're old enough to know about that, they absolutely knew the Japanese were going to go and attack that. And they knew that there was not support for that war, so they let it happen. And guess what? All Americans, the draft was incredible. Oh my goodness, the draft was incredible. Kids flooded in to go fight those evil Japanese, right? Guys, I'm telling you, from the highest up points, even all the way back then, all wars are bankers' wars. Your children should not ever go to fight any war except defend your own property. Let me say it again. If that was just a little bit mysterious, if I was just a little bit gray there, your children should never, ever, ever go to fight a banker's war. They should never go to Iran. They should never go to North Korea. They should never go to Russia to fight anybody, because it's all manipulated from the top. Hee, ha, ha. We're all make money on all the military industrial complex. They don't care if your children die. Go watch on Netflix All's Quiet on the Western Front. Watch it in the original German with subtitles. I read that book, and then I watched that movie the other day. Watch that before you let any of your kids get drafted, please. That will show you what real war is like. That will show you what happens to the kids the moment they get to the front. Never. Oh my goodness. I have sons. I have told them and will tell them, you go up to the mountains. You go do Red Dawn. You go do Wolverines. Wait for the Russian tanks to come, because I would support Putin more than I would our own cannibal cabal. Did you hear me? I'm going to make a t-shirt that says I support Putin, and I would be waiting for the Russian tanks to come down to say, hey, how do we get our country back? How do I help? I just said it. I support Putin. The cannibal cabal, the vampire's ball, is about to end. They are filling themselves on human flesh, baby's flesh, and killing and destroying and kidnapping and replacing people. And it's, my goodness, what they're doing. Please, Carter, cut out any words that you have to cut out. That's the first thing, is the freaking false flag. If something happens and you're being made to hate somebody they want you to hate or go fight, you know it's false. And so that's why it's called a false flag. They will kill their own people to get this to happen. 9/11, an inside job. Gee, we'll just bomb Building 7 anyway and let it collapse, even though there's no reason. Oh, the meetings that must have took place about that. Hey, no, wait. Somebody must have spoke up and said the Building 7, but we're not even gonna fly a plane or a drone into that, or a hologram. We're not. Yeah, I don't know. We don't have time. Just put the bombs in the basement of that anyway. We'll blow it up. We'll just explain it away. And here we all these years later is probably only my audience and Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson believe that that's an inside job, or know that's an inside job. Oh my goodness. The Oklahoma City bombing, the ATF was told not to go to work that day. The men, the owners of the World Trade Centers had never missed a day until that day. If you're out there listening to me and you think that the 9/11 was done by a bunch of terrorists from another country and that their passports survived that inferno, or that planes can knock down those buildings, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you if you believe that, as my intro says often. Anyway, back to what card are they going to play? Here's an interesting graphic. Carter, you can put this up. Glitchy created this image for me. Alien, or the Iran distraction, or the alien distraction, or alien invasion, or Iran invasion. Those are interchangeable. But another pandemic, energy lockdowns, bioweapons, and the tick disease. Oh gosh, let me just go on to ticks, because it's springtime here in the Ozarks. My goodness, I was definitely spraying my ankles with as good for me type of spray as I could find. You can, if you're not in Arkansas, but in Missouri, you can go to ourfreedombeginsnow.com, become a member, and get all natural insect repellent, which I have a couple bottles up on my fridge. But that's not why I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up because there's a lot of evidence to suggest that our wonderful cannibal cabal governments have bioweaponized ticks. How do we know this? I think you can find in the Freedom of Information Act where they took bioweaponized ticks and dropped them on some sort of drug lord down in Panama. And this was a CIA operation, and it's all been released in the Freedom of Information Act.
You guys think Lyme disease is naturally occurring, or was it a government bioweapons experiment that got leaked? I only say that because, in 2019, Congress opened an investigation on it. Right off the coast of Lyme, Connecticut, which is where Lyme disease was originally found, is Plum Island. Plum Island is a top secret U.S. government animal disease lab that is run by the Department of Agriculture, but is closely connected with the U.S. military. The U.S. government has admitted to using ticks, fleas, and mosquitoes for biowarfare tests, and declassified documents show that they used insect-based disease vectors during the Cold War, often near civilian areas. Good old Willy Bergdorfer, the scientist who actually discovered Lyme disease, admitted years later that he helped weaponize ticks for the U.S. government. So in 2019, Republican lawmaker Chris Smith introduced an amendment that would require an investigation from the Department of Defense to see whether or not ticks were accidentally or intentionally released as a bioweapon into the public. And although the amendment passed, there is no public record saying whether or not the Pentagon admits to releasing bioweapons into the public. So what do you guys think? Naturally occurring or U.S. bioweapon?
They can weaponize ticks. And now that the big pharma companies, now that Pfizer has Lyme's disease vaccines that they're coming out with now, new, if I understand right, wouldn't it be a coincidence if all of a sudden Lyme's disease and alpha-gal, if you know what that is, or all these syndromes that happen to people start ramping up amazingly just from getting a tick bite? Do you think all that stuff would have happened 40 years ago from a tick bite? No, I can just tell you that. They're bioweaponizing ticks. And maybe Carter Gray will put some things about that, some links in here. I don't have time. I'm putting out 7 fires right now, but I will just say I heard reports of people finding boxes of ticks on their property, like they were dropped from a plane.
So farmers are reporting finding boxes of ticks on their land, and they don't know where they came from. Now, a lot of people are saying that is very weird and kind of creepy. And of course it is. But I am putting 2 and 2 together because Pfizer is going to be coming out with a Lyme's disease vaccine pretty soon. So that is very interesting. What that tells me is that we may have a very, very bad season for ticks. And I'm not sure where these ticks came from. If they're being dropped off in boxes, they're not natural ticks. So who knows what's on them? I don't know. But is this another way for the people that run society to get us diseased up and sick? I think it could possibly be, But again, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Love you all. My opinion.
They probably have biodegradable containers. Something felt just right. It didn't degrade. Who knows what? But they're probably getting dropped. They'll probably drop them out of planes. I don't know. But I would go to ourfreedombeginsnow.com. Put in your information. You're gonna have somebody call you, one of my lovely assistants, and they're gonna walk you through how that works. What is ourfreedombeginsnow.com? It is a 40-year-old company, all-American company. No Johnny come lately, privately owned, moral people who have made all natural, all American products that come right to your door. So before the next energy lockdown happens and you're not allowed to go anywhere or anything, why don't you get products coming to your home? OurFreedomBeginsNow.com. After the logo at the end spins and the little music, I'll talk a little bit more about it. I'll show you some of the products. But an all-natural insect repellent. You've got hand soaps. You've got concentrated cleaners. These are the things that you're using anyway. Your budget is not increased. So if your blood pressure's going up that he's trying to sell me on something, you're giving your money for Tide detergent and Windex at the stores, or beef that you don't know where it's coming from, or if it's even cow. You're giving this to Vanguard and BlackRock. That's where your monthly groceries are going mostly right now. Let me say that again. Did you hear that? If you want to support the cannibal cabal and eating children and whatnot, and Vanguard and BlackRock, please keep going to the giant box stores and spend your monthly thing going there. toilet bowl cleaner or snacks or healthy food or beef can come right to your door. Riverbend Ranch, it can come right to your door. It's in a giant box in dry ice, individually packed steaks. These are hormone and antibiotic free range cows by American only ranchers, not Argentina, not 3D printed meat. I just told you what this is. So go to ourfreedombeginsnow.com, put in your info, and someone will reach out to you, right? I have been on it for 3 years, and I'm a bachelor guy, and I had enough to stay on it for these 3 years, and I'm going to keep being on it because of all the reasons I just stated. The concentrated cleaners that you get 12 times in a little bottle, and they send you an empty bottle, is reason enough alone, non-toxic cleaners for your counters, for glass, for the tub, that you get 12 uses out of this little bottle, and you add your own water at home instead of toxic wall box water from China or whoever knows where the profits are going to Vanguard and BlackRock. Can I get off that topic now, please? I'm just saying that because it applies. It applies. Okay, so what is next? What is next? All right, what card are they going to play? Energy lockdowns. They're starting to talk about restrictions on people going to work. You got to be working from home certain days a week. You can't now only have so much petrol. You can only do this and that and another thing.
So this is Cuba, and there is no electricity anywhere because there's no oil, there's no energy. And this is what it looks like. Except that hotel, because it's a 5-star hotel. That's it. Everybody else is in the dark.
Listen to this.
Taking territory leaders together again to finally find an answer to the fuel crisis. Some drastic measures similar to the days of COVID could be on the table as the government braces for a worst-case scenario.
Questions fly about fuel supply.
The anxiety levels are as high as I've seen, maybe with some even higher than COVID.
The further measures they will consider based on the International Energy Agency's plan, encouraging 3 days work from home, 10 kilometres per hour lower speed limits, encouraging public transport and carpooling, and odd and evens number plate days in cities.
Then governments around the world are trying to push work at home mandates to save fuel. Even the International Energy Agency is trying to restrict non-essential travel. Now, does this sound familiar? In 2020, we were told that lockdowns would only last a few weeks. It lasted years. Now, instead of a health crisis, we could be entering a period of peak energy, and that could be just as dangerous as a virus. The new world will be dominated by the power triad: compute, data, and energy. Energy is the foundation of everything. If oil prices don't start coming down, if geopolitical tensions continue, it will keep impacting supply chains, financial markets, global stability. This is bigger than the COVID lockdown. This is a system shift.
What do you think? I mean, I'm telling you, Iran is going this badly for a reason. They could pull the trigger and end this tomorrow. No, they probably want to put a squeeze on it. They want to make everybody frustrated. They're testing everybody. They're seeing how much we can take. They used it to get everybody to stop about the Epstein files, stop that they're eating children. And now everywhere that I go in my feed, even conspiratorial friends, everyone's talking about the Iran war and Strait of Hormuz. I don't see anybody talking about the kids anymore. The kids in cages, the kids in shipping containers, the kids being shipped in hot dogs and chicken and pasta. I don't hear people talking about Ellen DeGenerate and Jay-Z or Frazzle Drip or anything like that, right? So I guess the Iran war worked because people are forgetting. I'm not going to stop talking about it. Because we need regime change in the West. We need regime change in Australia immediately, New Zealand, the UK, France, obviously, Italy, Spain, the United States of America. We need regime change here. We think we should do it over in Iran. I don't think we should have. If they want to do it, they can do it. If they're pressed over there, there's millions of people over in Iran. Go for it. You have all the support from Geisinger Unfiltered in the world. I support Iran if you want to do a regime change. But I mean, Iran, are you going to do that over here? Are you going to help me depose this? Thomas Jefferson said you need a revolution once every 20 years. We're a little bit beyond that. So now what do? Mel Gibson and the Patriot. We're not going to vote our way out of this. have a good friend who was talking about midterms. And I looked at him like he had 2 or 3 heads. Midterms. It's fake. It's fake. Your vote does not count. These people are selected. All presidents are related to each other. Yes, shockingly enough, they're all related to each other. I am so freaking irritated with this world right now. NASA, LISA, sending up Artemis 2 to fly around the moon. If you believe that's actually happening, I feel very, very, very bad for you. All the Challenger astronauts are still alive. They blew up the shuttle on purpose. Yes, they didn't even change their names. Episode coming on that. Carter Gray wants me to do documentary-styled episodes. That might be my first one. All the Challenger astronauts are still alive, and they didn't change their names. Resnick, the school teacher, the captain. Yeah, space has been a lie for a very long time to bleed the American people of money. The moon is cosmic plasma. I don't understand it. It gets charged from the sun. You can see stars through the blue side of it. It's a phenomenon. The people knew before we ever faked the moon mission that it was plasma and that no one could ever land there. The sun and the moon are the same size, and they're under the firmament, and they are moving, and we are not. I mean, gosh, all you have to do is look at the stars, look around you. We're not spinning. Artemis 2 on April Fool's Day. Yeah. Give me a second. I have to collect myself. Artemis on April Fool's Day. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make you believe, and it'll curve. It'll go like this because who knows where it's going in the ocean, because you can't get out of the glass here. You can't get out of the firmament. Satelloons. I don't want to even go into that. All right. So another plandemic. There's rumors of meningitis. Carter could put something here. I can see that they're always data gathering. So is there an outbreak of this? There's an outbreak of that. Who knows? They could blame Iran. There's a sleeper cell who released something somewhere, or Disneyland, whatever they say. It is the cannibal cabal. It is the vampire's ball, filling themselves on human flesh, laughing at you when they launch fake space missions on April Fool's Day. Boxes of bioweapon ticks. My goodness. Okay, so before we go over to Geisinger Unfiltered Pro, let me just finish up. We're going to talk about something bizarre, where someone predicted that when you see Israel and Iran exchanging rockets, this was a prediction someone got long ago. Some space brothers or something told them that giant orbs were going to come out of the ocean and stop the war between Iran. And it's going to happen on like Easter Sunday or something, 2026. So it's like happening right now. We're going to talk about that on Geisinger Unfiltered Pro. We're going to talk about the fact that Trump just registered alien and aliens.gov, right? And what else are we going to do? We are going to talk about, we're going to do a little bit more about the alien card and why they are not sure exactly what the card they're going to play yet. Because really, essentially, it comes down to this, is that people's bloods were boiling over the Epstein files, and they don't want to be lynched in the streets. So if it takes Iran, if it takes Artemis, if it takes orbs coming out, maybe this is how they'll play the alien card. So Space Brothers told this guy a long time ago. Anyway, we're going to get into this on Geisinger Unfiltered Pro. I want to speak about another sponsor. We have a new sponsor, and it applies. I'm only going to take sponsors that apply. It is selfreliancestove.com. And I'm going to pull up an image of it. And Carter, if you can find that, I think it's 13. But you can put this up on the screen. Awesome, awesome company. I was looking for something that applied, that I can help my listeners. Now, you might be saying this is spring or summer. We're talking about ticks. Why are we talking about wood stoves? I'm just telling you guys, there's certain steps you're going to have to take. Fresh water, a spring, flowable artesian well, whatever it is, or helping a friend who has a well. Get free-range beef coming to your door through Our Freedom Begins Now, but also selfreliancestove.com. Do not wait for the power to go out. Do not wait for another power lockdown where they cut off everybody's power, and they do it in the wintertime so that they can kill you. Go to selfreliancestove.com. They've got wood burners. They've got pellet burners. They've got gas They've got gas. They've got even coal. I had a wood stove before. It was a Hiko 420, 520, something like that. And it would actually burn coal and anthracite. After you got the wood going up enough, you can cook in there. We had a water jacket thing on the back of the stove to purify boil water. The Hiko, they carry it. Self-ReliantStove.com carries the Hiko. It's the heaviest thing I've ever picked up in my life. But once you get in place, you can purify your water. You could cook on it. It's a cook stove. You can burn wood. You can burn anthracite coal in it. Go to self-reliantstove.com. Okay. After the logo, if you want any more details on Our Freedom Begins Now, wait, or go to Geisinger Unfiltered Pro right now. We're going to talk about ocean orbs coming up to stop the Iran-Israel war. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so people have been asking me to go into a little bit more detail about this ourfreedombeginsnow.com. It's the best decision you can make. It's a rock solid step that you can take, especially if you're frustrated with big ag, big pharma, big box stores. You don't want Vanguard and BlackRock getting your money. You don't want to be spending your money on toxic, almost all water, huge plastic jugs at the wall box stores when you can get stuff delivered right to your home that you are buying anyway. I am not telling you to increase your budget one bit for ourfreedombeginsnow.com. This is an American company. They've been around for 40 years, and they are ultra trustworthy. This is a few things that I get in my home right now. I didn't bring my toilet bowl cleaner, and I probably didn't bring 10 to 20 things, but this is one of the standouts. I have 3 different cleaners, one for glass, one for surfaces, but it's 12X. It comes concentrated 12 times in this little bottle, right? Then they give you an empty bottle with the sprayer on it, empty, so that you can put your own good water in at home, and you put a 1/12 of this in there and you add your own water. Genius. It is worth it, people, to sign up for ourfreedombeginsnow.com, getting this to your home just for the non-toxic American-made cleaners that are concentrated. You get 12 of these out of this. Enough said. Go to ourfreedombeginsnow.com and get it just for the cleaners. Of course, I get organic breakfast blend coffee. Smells amazing. I grind it. It's awesome. I have my hand cleaners. This is the best vitamins that you can buy. I'm going to say that again in the microphone. The Peak Performance vitamins are the best vitamins that you can possibly buy. And it's so convenient the way they have them packaged. You have a AM and a PM packet. You just tear these off and you take your AM in the AM and your PM in the PM. Doesn't get any easier than that. So let me, without further ado, go on to this giant box you see. It says Riverbend Ranch on it. Glitchies in the shadows. Let me dig something out. This bag here is what they ship the dry ice in. So this is covered in dry ice. Hear this? Feel this? This huge foam is all around the interior. Huge foam all around the interior. So look at this. I was on the ribeye pack for the longest time. Comes with ribeyes, awesome ribeyes. Best steak I've ever had, and I grew up on a farm. Hamburger, you got your steak strips. You can get on the filet mignon package. You can put porterhouse in there. You can get them every month, every couple months. You select. But look at this packaging. It's foam all the way through the inside. This thick foam covers the whole inside right here. And it's covered in dry ice. The steaks. Get the steaks. Okay, so that's just some of it. There's a full men's line with aluminum-free deodorant, right? You have natural deodorant for women. There's all this makeup, See Bella or something, and it's all the best makeup. It's all made in America, except for one eyeliner. I think it's made in Italy or something. So out of their hundreds and hundreds of products, there's one thing made somewhere else besides America, and that's an eyeliner in Italy. Go figure. It's amazing. So you've got colognes, you've got perfume, you got everything that you need for the house, the bathroom, the kitchen. Again, this is stuff you guys are buying anyway. We're not asking you to increase your budget. It helps the show. It helps you get vital supplies, get necessities coming to your house. Put your own good water in it and get 12 uses. 12 of these out of one little bottle. Do this for yourself. Do this for your friends. It's a tremendous opportunity. They're tremendous natural products. Go to ourfreedombeginsnow.com ourfreedombegins.com. Ourfreedombegins.now.com. Put in your info. Somebody's going to reach out to you and get you set up. Thank you so much.